Hey everybody, as you know, I love Star Trek, and yeah, got this soul. Leonard Nimoy just passed away just a week ago, and I thought I'd, just pay a tribute to him. I'd make a list of my favorite Star Trek movies. I was gonna do a top 10 favorite Star Trek movies, but I thought I wanted to talk about all of them, and there's only like 12 Star Trek movies, so I thought I'd rank all the Star Trek movies, from 12 to 1, to my least favorite to my favorite. Yeah, there's a lot of good Star Trek movies, but there's also some shitty Star Trek movies, so I thought I'd rank all the Star Trek movies for you. And it's, depending how well this video does, I might do this for a few movie series, like Harry Potter and stuff like that. Yeah, I might rank some of the movies, so yeah, this is my ranking of all the Star Trek movies. Let's have fun with it. Now, coming in at number 12, this is my least favorite Star Trek movie, that is Insurrection. This is the Next Generation movie, and God, I hated this movie. This movie was bad. This movie was the worst Star Trek movie. Some people don't think so. Some people think my next one that I'm going to say, they think that's the worst one, but I can't stand this movie. I don't think the visuals are very good. The only person that's good is Patrick Stewart, but yeah, I don't like this movie. F. Murray Abraham is the villain, and they fucked that up. Yeah. And yeah, and there was too much Data. Data is one of the most annoyingest Star Trek characters ever. And yeah, he was annoying. He was too much in this movie. Him with the kid was way too much. It was annoying. And yeah. Yes, but I did enjoy Patrick Stewart. That is all I enjoyed. I didn't like the story. I didn't like its visuals. And F. Murray Abraham was a shitty villain. So yeah, Insurrection is my least favorite. Now, coming in number 11 is The Final Frontier. This is the one that everyone thinks is the worst. This is everyone's least favorite Star Trek movie. And it is for a good reason, because this movie sucks. This movie is directed by William Shatner, and thank God William Shatner didn't direct another Star Trek movie, because this movie was horseshit. This is bull. I can't believe they actually put religion in a fucking Star Trek movie. Yeah, the villain in this movie is trying to find God and stuff, and oh my God, is it, ugh. The opening to this movie, seriously, the opening to this movie has Kirk, Spock, and McCoy at a campfire, singing roll, 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 roll your boat. Yeah, that's how lame this movie is. Again, Shatner's performance is fine, and Leonard Nimoy's fine, and yeah, the whole cast is good, just the story is ridiculous, the villain is ridiculous, and it's really, really cheesy. This is the cheesiest Star Trek movie, and I don't enjoy it. I do watch it when I marathon all of them, but this is the one I watched, and I kind of laugh at times, but yeah, this is one of the worst Star Trek movies. Now, coming in at number 10 is Star Trek Generations. This is when they actually start getting good. Star Trek Generations is not technically a good movie, but I like it. I don't mind it. And again, Data, he's annoying as shit, but I liked it. I liked it, seeing this new cast and everything, and this was just a little bit after the show, and it was good. I liked it. Patrick Stewart is awesome. I love Jean-Luc Picard. I like Patrick Stewart more than I do William Shatner. He's awesome, and I love that he's like questioning whether he should be a captain or whether he should be like a family person. I love that Shatner and Patrick Stewart in the movie together. But spoilers, how Shatner goes out in the end is retarded. Is really stupid. But I liked this movie. I thought it was good. There's some really stupid things. There's some really flawed things too, especially about the Nexus and stuff. But yeah, I liked it. It was fine. Out of some of the Star Trek, especially the other two I just said, it's more tolerable. I enjoy it. Coming in number 9 is The Search for Spock. This is the first movie directed by Leonard Nimoy himself. And again, this is a fine movie. I like it pretty much as I like Generations. It's cheesy, but it's fun. It's entertaining. I'm a Star Trek fan, so I can watch this movie. And yes, they have Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd as a freaking Klingon villain. He's got this weird freaking dog, too. It's really creepy. And yeah, there's some really cheesy things in this. The scene though when William Shatner, when Kirk loses his son, is like one of the worst acting I've seen in a Star Trek movie. It's like, oh, kill my son, bastard. Oh, God. It's terrible. Yeah, William Shatner, he cannot express like sadness very well. But other than that, he's fine. Just that scene though gets a laugh at me. This movie was a little bit of a middle finger though, because like when Spock dies in the second movie, it's so sad. But then the third one, he's coming back. Like even if he came back, did they really have to say search for Spock? Now we know he's coming back. They could just put like a little twist in this movie that they're searching for Spock. But yeah, I like this movie. It's fine. I wish there was more Leonard Nimoy, but it was a fine movie. I enjoy it. It's a Star Trek movie. I'm a Star Trek fan. And it's basically like a long episode, but it's like a long average episode. The movie itself, average. Coming in number 8 is the motion picture. This is another one people hate the most. And honestly, I don't hate the motion picture very much. I don't think it's that terrible. It's like not great, but hey, I like how it pays homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is the Star Trek movie that tries to be atmospheric and tries to be really dark and tries to express itself through its visuals, which I like. It's slow though. Holy fuck, this movie is slow as shit. Like there are scenes like they're on a ship and the cargo ship's just trying to go into the USS Enterprise, and oh my god, it's like 10 minutes of just seeing a ship go into another ship. It's like 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh my god. And oh my god, yeah, there's like scenes of just people working, and they just show that for 5 minutes, and I'm like, God, do something! There's a lot of nothingness in this movie, just a lot of things that I'm like, why are they showing this? But again, there's some good atmosphere in this movie, and it's a well-shot movie, and the visuals look really good, and it's nowhere near as good as 2001: A Space Odyssey, but I can see what it was trying to do, and I didn't mind it. I don't really think it's great, but I enjoy it. Some people hate the motion picture. I don't. I enjoy it, and yeah, it's my number 8. Now coming in at number 7 though is another one some people hate, but that's Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah, I even got the Blu-ray of Star Trek Into Darkness. Yep, got the Blu-ray right there, and I like Star Trek Into Darkness. They got Benedict Cumberbatch, who I love. Got him to play Khan. I am Khan. Yeah, he's awesome, and I enjoyed it. I didn't like that they ripped off Wrath of Khan though at the end of this movie, but they just swapped it. Kirk is the one that's in the little poisonous tube, but I enjoyed this movie. This was good. The visuals in this movie are stunning. The action is awesome, and all the actors are good. Zoe Saldana, Zachary Quinto, Chris Pine, Benedict Cumberbatch, Simon Pegg. They're all awesome in this movie. Carl Urban. Like, even, what's her name? Alice Eve. She's even fine in the movie. Like, I really like this movie. This movie is just fun. It's kind of not, it's not really original, because it kind of rips off a little bit of Wrath of Khan, but I still liked it. It's a lot of fun, and it's visually appealing, and I love this movie. It's a great movie. Coming in number 6 is the most underrated Star Trek movie, Nemesis. Yes, this is actually Tom Hardy, one of his first movies. He plays a clone of Jean-Luc Picard, and I loved this movie. I think this movie is so underrated. Again, people bash it. I get some reasons why people bash it, because this is the final Star Trek movie of the Next Generation, and it just kind of ends abruptly, and you're like, oh, that's the end? But, okay. Spoilers, the best thing, they kill Data! Woo! Yeah, I know, some people like Data. Like, Brent Spiner, he's fine, but, like, I'm not a big fan of Data. I think he's, like, my least favorite character in Star Trek Next Generation, but I loved this movie. Patrick Stewart was awesome. Tom Hardy was awesome. The visuals were awesome. The action was awesome. Everything about this movie was awesome. Some people hate it, but I love Star Trek Nemesis. Watch it. It's good. It's very good. Now, coming in at number 5, though, is a movie a lot of people love, and that is The Undiscovered Country. This is a well-loved Star Trek movie, and for good reason. This movie is great. It's, again, visuals are good. The actors are good. They got Christopher Plummer as a Klingon in this movie. It's awesome. And the movie is about, like, a part of the story is Kirk and McCoy. They're on this prison planet. It's a planet full of prisoners. They have to escape and shit. Oh my god, so much shit happens in this movie. And, again, it's the last Star Trek movie. And just like kind of what Nemesis does, it kind of ends abruptly. You're like, oh, that's the end? Oh. But for some reason, people like this movie, but hate Nemesis. I don't get it, but this movie's great. It's a lot of fun, it's action-packed, and yeah, it's one of the best Star Trek movies. Coming number 4 is the best Next Generation movie, First Contact. Oh, I love this movie. This movie actually took a few Oscars, which was good, and loved this movie. This is all the actors at their best. Even Data is likable in this movie. Everyone is at their best in this movie. It kicks ass, this movie. You go a lot about Kirk's backstory. You go a lot about the Borgs. And you just go all out in this movie, and it's so freaking good. I can't spoil much because actually quite a few things happen, and I know I spoiled already a few things in this video, but some things in this movie I cannot dare spoil. There's so many scenes in this movie that are just so iconic. Watch this movie. Even for non-Star Trek fans, this movie is incredible. Watch it, watch it, watch it. Coming in number 3 now is the funniest Star Trek movie, The Voyage Home. This Star Trek movie, they actually go into a black hole, and they actually end up in the 1980s, and oh my god, this movie's hilarious. Another one that's directed by Leonard Nimoy, and this movie is funny as hell. Oh my god, this is actually the only one that's like PG-13 because there's actually swear words in it. People are like saying them to screw off and piece of shit. Like, this movie is so freaking funny. Seeing all these Star Trek characters going through in the 1980s is just so funny. Not as much action in this one, but it's not supposed to. This movie is so funny. Anytime I need a good laugh or anything lighthearted, I put on The Voyage Home, because The Voyage Home is just so heartwarming and so freaking hilarious. Voyage Home, my 3rd favorite Star Trek movie. And now coming in number 2 is J.J. Abrams' Star Trek. Some people think J.J. Abrams is going to do a shitty job with Star Wars. I don't think so. If he does Star Wars as good as he did this Star Trek movie, I think Star Wars Episode 7 is going to be freaking awesome. Because I love this movie. The visuals are good. The action is good. The characters are good. The actors are all great. The editing is sharp. Everything about this movie I loved. And I even loved Eric Bana as Nero. He was a really cool villain. And yeah, I love that Leonard Nimoy's a little cameo in it. And I love that they got Simon Pegg, one of my favorite British comedy actors, is in it as fucking Scotty. Oh, I loved it. And Chris Pine was a good Kirk. Zachary Quinto was a good Spock. And I love how they hated each other. Then they actually grow to like each other. And they have some good chemistry with each other. I loved this movie. I loved everything about this movie. It was so fresh and so new. I love how they made it like a multi-universe Star Trek movie. And I love that Thor, Chris Hemsworth, is in the opening. The opening to this movie is one of the best openings to any Star Trek movie. It's actually one of my favorite openings to a science fiction film. It is so freaking epic. Watch the opening at least, but this movie is awesome. And my number 1 favorite Star Trek movie is The Wrath of Khan. Khan! Khan! Yes, Khan. I love Khan. Khan is the best Star Trek villain ever. Benedict Cumberbatch did a hell of a job, but this actor, I forget this actor's name, he did a much better job. This movie is a perfect Star Trek movie. And this movie came out like one of the best years for movies, 1982. Blade Runner, Gandhi, and Tron. Some of the great movies came out in 1982, and Wrath of Khan was one of them. And I love this movie. This movie brought one of the most greatest sci-fi villains ever, and it gives someone one of the best performances in a sci-fi movie. It has one of the most saddest endings to a sci-fi movie. I shall forever and always be your friend. Live long and prosper. Fucking love you, Spock. Miss you, Leonard Nimoy. And it's so sad. It's so epic too, though. Kirstie Alley's in this movie too as a Vulcan. She's even good in this movie. I love this movie. Everything about this movie, every second of this movie is freaking awesome. See it. So yeah, those are my, I guess, favorite Star Trek movies. This is the ranking of all the Star Trek movies. And please comment below, what is your favorite Star Trek movie? And give me your ranking. I know a lot of people are probably going to say, oh, Nemesis sucks. But yeah, give me your ranking, your rankings of your least favorite to your favorite Star Trek movie. Comment below, let me know. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side. And also, live long and prosper.